Good morning, everyone. Up and at it again, ready to share some words of inspiration, encouragement to help you get through the day. Um, when I say that, I say to help you get through the day is just something to reflect on for all of us to reflect on as we go throughout our day, through different things we might experience, but we can look back on some things that were shared as we rose to our feet um, this morning and every morning to say, I can kind of connect with that. I can kind of understand that of what was being discussed this morning. So, words of inspiration, I've come to learn, they come in different forms. And sometimes, you get a little excited when you're talking, and then sometimes you delve so deep in it, you never know what your thought day is going to be like. That's what I call them. What your thought day is going to be like, but you have to go with what is laid on your heart to share. So I just continue to pray that God continues to utilize me with the gift of communication that He has given me, and we all have different gifts, and we need to always use them and exercise them, because that's how we grow. And it pleases God when we take what He give us. See, other people may not think a lot of what you do in your life or what your interest is, but guess what? How they feel about you is none of your business. So you have to keep on moving, keep doing what you're doing, and you let other people do what they do, because we all have gifts. The main thing is that you don't try to tear somebody else's gift down or demean it, not when you are sincere in what you do. And I realize that a lot of people, sometimes you get discouraged in the walk of life and what you're doing, and you might feel like you want to throw in the towel because this can just kind of be too hard, or you feel like maybe this is just not for me. But you know what? If you can ask yourself the question, why do I do what I do? And once you answer the question why, you know what? You're going to be better. You're going to get back up, and you're going to keep working on whatever it is in life that you are working on. Work out your gift. Appreciate your gift. Don't let nobody else demean your gift. Whatever it is. And some of us have one talent, some of us have two, some of us have many. But whatever it is, that's your business. That's your business. You relish in it. You thank God for it. And always remember, whatever you do, you're going to have critics. So don't get upset about it. Do not get upset with your critics, because you need critics to help you grow. And with that, saying that, I look back over my own life, and I know that you can too. With the things that people said that you couldn't do, that you was never going to be, they doubted you because they want to critique you. But that's okay, because when I look back over my life, that's what helped me grow, because it helps you to step back and take a look. And you say, you know what? This is why I want to do this. Number one, your why is so strong. It gives you so much strength. Whether you believe it or not, it's always something that all of us need to concentrate on. Whatever I do in life, what is my why for it? When I was younger, I knew I always wanted to go to college. I always knew that, because academics was always, close to my heart. And why did I want to do that? When I was asked the question, why do you feel like you want to go to college? And the question was, my answer was, because I want better. because I want more. Because I don't want to be poor all of my life and not be able to have. I want to be able to have some of the stuff in life that I see other people with. That was my why. But as I grew into it and began to make my accomplishments, see, that's where your accomplishments start. It starts with your why. Why do I want to start this business? Why do I want to start that type of a business? Why? And when you can answer your why, you can move forward. Because other people will have you to sit on your why. You know why? Because they don't understand it. That's not their why. You ask yourself that. Because in life, you got to do some things to work through your why. And as I was thinking about that, I thought about the pains of life that we work through to get through our why, to accomplish our why. So I broke down the word pain, because if you ever notice, when you look back over your life, you went through a lot of pain. But look where you're at now. And what the pain says to me is don't quit. See, whenever you get to that point where you feel like, and I say this all the time, I don't know if I can finish this project. I don't know if this is really for me. I don't know if people are going to like what I have to offer. I don't know. So you got all these I don't knows along the way stacked up on that why. See, that's what leads to that road of accomplishments. Because we tend as human beings to look at all the negative first. Well, I'm telling you this morning, you don't have to do that, because your critics gonna do that for you. The people that don't want to see you accomplish your goals, they're gonna do that part for you. So don't you worry about that part. You just figure out and concentrate on your why. Because guess what? Whatever you are doing, don't you know that God already knew you was going to do that? Whatever you were doing, he already equipped you for that. You already equipped whatever you are doing, he poured that in you. You just got to push it out. That's what I want to see people doing, pushing stuff out. We get ready to go into 2021. We pushed our way through 2020. So we're going to push our way out of it. And when we go into 2021, you can't take all that stuff with you from 2020. You got to do some new stuff. And even if it's the same thing, build on it. But there's the why sitting right before you. Why do I want to continue to do what I'm doing right now? And when you answer your why, it does not matter. Listen to me. It doesn't matter what somebody think and feel. That is your why that you are trying to accomplish. And all those other things that come along with it that I'm going to talk about on this morning, I want you to concentrate on that area in your life in which you utilize these very words I'm going to share this morning. When you push through pain and you got through your why. First of all, I looked at that word pain and I thought about some things that I myself, and I know it's not just me, but other people had to push through. So you have to be persistent. Be persistent. Whenever you have a gift, whenever you're trying to get to your accomplishment, whenever you're trying to reach your goal, be persistent. You're going to have things to come up in your life that's going to make you feel like giving up, make you throw in the towel. But don't you do that. Be persistent. Go, get down on your knees and ask God. When you feel a little weak, how do I continue from here? I've done everything that I can in this project, meeting this goal. I've done everything that I can. Please help me. Please help me. Show me the next step and be persistent about it. And in your persistence, you know what? New things, new ideas will come to your mind. And it will open up another gateway for you to go through to continue to work on your project, your goal in life. No, everybody don't want to enjoy this journey with you. But guess what? That is none of your business how they feel about you. Continue to be persistent. Some people stand back and they make fun of you. Oh, look at her. She think that, why is she doing that? See, that's their why. That why don't belong to you. Your why, the purpose of your why continues to keep you on the baseball field of persistence. Because every time that you hit that ball and you run to a base, you got 3 bases to cover before you make it home. Just think about softball. The way that you have to hit the ball first, but you don't quit the team because you got angry about something, right? You keep going back to practice. You keep listening to the coach. And sometimes you don't always agree with the coach, but you realize that that's the leader of that particular team. So you go back, and when it's your turn to step up to the plate again, you try to hit that ball because you want to please that coach. But by playing well and hitting that ball, you got to not only please the coach, but it pleases yourself that you're going to eventually make a score. Some people make a home run. They hit it way out in the field, and they run and make a total home run. First, second, third, slide in, home run. But some of us, when we hit the ball, just think about it in your mind. You only make it to first base. Then you're depending on somebody else to hit the ball. So you run to second base, and then they run to first base. But it's all a strategy to get everybody home. So when the bases are full, you got somebody on every base, but you stand on one of those bases. Maybe before it's all over with, you on third base. But they hit that ball so far out there, whoever comes up to that plate, they bring you in, the other 2 people, and themselves. That's what I'm talking about, being persistent. Persistent. You get there a different way. You get there in different times. And sometimes it's not just a quick hit and a home run. Sometimes it's going from base to base. And eventually you make it home and you score a point. But the rest of the team is right there with you to enjoy the moment. You understand what I'm saying this morning? Everybody don't get to their goals the same way. Everybody don't see their dreams in the same way. But the most important thing is that you maintain your persistence. You be persistent because it will help you to prepare for that next thing that has to be done for you to make it to home base. Even if it involves some more people getting involved with you. Understand what I'm saying? It takes all of that. It takes every bit of that. It takes the hard work. It takes going and talking to people that you don't live with every day, but they might have some ideas that you can use, like that coach. It takes a strategy.
It takes sitting down sometimes and reflecting and writing some things down and trying them. You've heard this in the in work enforcement a lot. Workforce a lot. What I'm about to say. You know, you'll be working on a project. I'll take it back to when I was on the task force, and we're sitting around the table. Often I would hear the detectives say, when we were looking at different cases, they would say, well, it's like throwing everything you got up against the wall and seeing what will stick. That is so important. Sometimes when you're working on a case, you throw everything up against the wall and see what's going to stick. That's in your life as well. Sometimes through persistence, you got to throw something up against the wall and see what will stick. And what will stick means that's what will work in that moment. Because you're trying to come up with a plan, with a strategy to get to and through your goal. So be persistent in whatever you do. Remember, this morning, I'm talking about pain to get through into your accomplishment, okay? Because that's what we all go through when we're trying to reach a goal. Next, assessment. Listen to me. Assessment. Sometimes you sit down and wherever you're at right now and whatever it is that you are doing, you've been doing it for a while. You sit down and you assess it. How do you do your assessment? You see your budget, how much you spent on that particular project. That you look at your budget. So you assess that. Do you have more going out than you have coming in? Do you have revenue? Or you going to have that when you leave 2020 and go into 2021? What kind of budget are you looking at? Is it going to be feasible? Do you need to cut back on something that you're utilizing to strengthen your goal? Take a look at, you got to take a look at, if you sell a product, you got to look at how am I assess the product. Are people buying this? That's just a scenario. Are people buying this? My granddaughter, she sells lip gloss. So she's 11 years old. Okay, but her mom helps her in the process of how she sells stuff, what the price is going to be on it. You know, all of that she sits with her to do. Right now she's 11, but her mom, my daughter, is processing her right now on how to accomplish goals. So to sit down and assess whatever it is you're doing in life, you not just look at the budget, you know, you got to look at who's involved. Is it too many people involved, or is not enough people involved in what you're doing? Do you need anybody else to do what you're doing? Or are you comfortable where you are? You got to assess that, whatever your goal is. You just can't keep doing it and never sit down and take a look at what you are doing and what accomplishment that you are making out of it. Because listen here, whenever you have a goal, you don't just run through it. It takes work to accomplish goals, which means it takes some reflection, which means it takes some assessment, which means it takes some persistence. All of that works together. And if you don't believe me, look it up. What all of these words are stating. And then how they're defined in their terminology. How is it relevant to your life? Because look here, we all deal with pain. So we might as well, if we're going to deal with it, we might as well grow in it. You might as well grow in it if you're going to deal with it, if you got to live with it. And everybody got to live with some pain from time to time, because nobody's on the mountaintop all the time. Sometimes you got to go down in the valley. And in the valley is where the pain is. Nobody stays on the mountaintop all the time. Everybody that I've heard that have reached a certain peak in life, you know what they talk about the most? And we do it too, but we don't never tap into it or recognize it or share it. They go back to the pain. They talk about how they grew up. They talk about how they were treated in certain circumstances. They talk about the people that hurt them along the way. They talk about people that either walked out of their lives or was never in their lives or just different stuff like that. But it all boils down to before they reach their peak, they experience pain. And that's the same thing that happened to you and I. Where we are today because we pushed through our pain. And no, we didn't make it to the big screen or the big stages. But guess what? We made it. We're not where we used to be in life. And because of that, we better. If we never had that pain, see, you never know what it's like to enjoy your gifts until you look back on your failures. Things that you failed at made you try something else. And that's how you got better. So never stop trying. Never stop pushing. I encourage you this morning, never stop pushing. It's important. And don't ever feel like you don't need nobody else. You don't need nobody else's ideas. You know, I look at other motivational speakers. I myself do that. It inspires me. It motivates me. See, you got to remember one thing. Everybody needs some of what somebody else is doing. But that don't mean you do it your own way. There's a lot of people that rise to their feet in the morning, just like me, and sit down and have conversations on their sites. But that's what they do. And that's what I'm doing, what I do. It is no need for you to get upset with somebody else because they doing what you doing. Because look here, everybody can do something. And everybody can reach somebody in their own way. Even you reach people in your own way. We might not do it the same way or use the same communication techniques. But guess what? At the end of the day, all everybody is trying to do is reach out into the hearts of somebody else and inspire and encourage them to just keep moving in life, to be inspired and know that you are worthy. You are. And you can get through life because life is not easy. Life throws so many curveballs. And sometimes it makes you want to quit the game. But you don't. You stay in it and you keep pushing. And you keep up with your persistence. And you keep up with your assessment. And then the next thing in getting to your why is involvement. You got to look at why you want to be involved in doing certain things. Why you want to accomplish certain goals. Why? If you can answer your why, you can keep moving. But one of the things, the big thing that you need to remember, all of us, is that your why is your why. It don't belong to somebody else. That's your why. Why do I get up in the mornings to come on live, to speak to whoever I'm speaking to? Why? You know what my why is? Because I enjoy doing it. I enjoy sharing and inspiring others. I enjoy the gift of communication that God has given me. I enjoy the opportunity for others to be able to listen to what I have to say and prayerfully to be inspired, that they may inspire someone else. Why? Because I'm going to be up anyways, because I'm an early person. So if I'm going to be up, I might as well be doing something that I enjoy doing, and that's sharing with others what has been laid on my heart to share. That's my why. And you give me strength just as well as I pray that I give you strength. Because you give me strength just by taking out the time to listen to what it is that I have to say. Throughout my thought days, I really enjoy it. I really do. And I always pray and I hold my hands out to God and ask him, give me the words to say, to encourage, to inspire your people. I know that everybody is not going to enjoy it or get involved with it or feel like this is for them. But at the end of the day, my why is to say, thank you, Lord, for giving me this gift so that I can do what you blessed me to do. That's another part of my why. Everybody's not going to like your why. Everybody's not going to enjoy your why. And some people are going to criticize your why. But guess what? That ain't none of your business. That is none of your business. How somebody else feel about your why. The last thing, that the pain as you go through to get through your why is always remember, in goals in life is new beginnings. Your pain make you rise up and do more, not less, more. That's what your pain did for you. It's some stuff that you're doing right now that you thought you never would have done, but you're doing it because of your why, because of your pain, because of your persistence in your assessment, in your involvement. You have now reached home base for new beginnings. New beginnings. That's what your pain did for you. New beginnings. You got through your persistence. You was persistent in your pain. You brought about assessment in your pain. You got involved during your pain, and now you're in new beginnings. You do it. You did that. You should pat yourself on the back. When you worked and pushed through your pain, when everybody gave up on you, you kept pushing. When everybody said that you wasn't going to be able to accomplish that thing, you kept pushing. And when everybody else, why is she doing that? You kept pushing. And now, you had new beginnings in your life. You're doing some new stuff. See, you can't keep looking back on yesterday. Yesterday is gone. What you did yesterday made you a stronger person today. It prepared you for today. And sometimes we moving so quick in life that we don't even sit down and think about these things. We really don't. We go from doing one thing to doing another thing to just going, just moving so fast. And life moves fast. And I said from the beginning, and I say it now, in this pandemic, it helped a lot of us. A lot of us have grown because of this pandemic. The pandemic helped you to sit down. It made you sit down. The pandemic put you around family members that you probably felt like you didn't have time for. Your children, your spouses, because you was moving too fast. But God had to sit us down, slow us down. And it was painful. But through the pain, some of them things that you thought you couldn't do, you became creative. And look at you now. You're doing some stuff. You're reaching some people. You're doing some stuff that you thought you never would be able to do. And all the while, God had placed that in you. But you weren't exercising your gift to the level he wanted you to. But look at you now. You're coming up with new ideas and new ways of getting things done. And you're not paying so much attention to other people's whys. You're paying attention to your own why. Why do I do what I do? And why you do what you do is because you love what you do. You enjoy your gift. You relish in your gift. You share your gift. It's like taking a bath in your gift. And you can say, I can breathe in my gift, with my gift. We have so many talents. Your talents, your dreams, everything about you, your whys, your pain, all of that drives that vehicle to your accomplishments. And you might be still working on some things. But you know what? You're going to be all right in them. You're going to be all right as long as you understand your why. And don't let nobody else take that from you. You don't need nobody else to think for you. You don't need nobody else to tell you what you are not. You know who you are. Believe in yourself. Believe in what you're doing. Keep pushing through that pain. New day, new beginnings. New day, new beginnings. New day, new beginnings. A new bowl of persistence. A new plate of assessments. Utensils of involvement. And when you sit down at your table and you see persistent assessment, involvement, that means new beginnings. And that is your why. So now you understand your pain while you're trying to make it through your accomplishments. That's your why. This is why I do what I do. Because I look at the table that I've set before me, that has been set before me to reach my goal. I pray that you were encouraged this morning, inspired to keep working in your goals, to recognize your why, to know that what you are doing, it doesn't have to please somebody else. As long as you are pleased with it, and God is pleased with you in using your gift. Use your gifts. And just remember, sometimes on the road, you're going to be all by yourself. Because, come on, everybody don't want to enjoy this journey with you. Everybody's not going to be excited about what you're doing. And that's why I often say this, and I truly believe it. When you are working on things, until you are finished and have reached your goal, sometimes it's better to keep it to yourself. Until the day that you roll it out. Because you have people who's stand or fall, only to try to damage your gift, try to discourage you, try to give you all the whys that you should not be doing what you're trying to accomplish. So keep it to yourself until you get to that point where you can roll it out. It's already done. Either people are going to enjoy the moment with you, or they're going to reject it. But that's your gift. That's your accomplishment. And if nobody else enjoys it, you enjoy it. You know why? Because you're worth it. You're worth it. So I pray to God that everybody has a wonderful day, that you be strengthened as you go throughout your day. And if there's anything that you are working on right now, or you are desiring to work on in your life, get excited about it. And work on it, your accomplishments, and understand your why. And forget about everybody else's, because it's none of your business how they feel about you. All right? I'll see you all on Thursday, and y'all have a wonderful rest of the day, and have a beautiful tomorrow. And hey, know that you are worth it. Love you. Bye-bye.